Sit down. Sit down. It's always a difficult bike until it's really warm. Girl. So how are we going with this today? Try and sort of thread our way a bit through it. Good afternoon everybody, good afternoon Uncle Tim. Just going for a short ride. Saturday afternoon, September something, 7th I think. Look up Google Maps, this road is described as Yarrabandi Road, which is what I always thought it was. I mean, the other one going into Trundle is Yarrabandi Road as well. But the sign at the start is something different. I can't think what it is at the moment. No idea what we're doing on this road. It's a terrible road for a sidecar with all these different road surfaces and gradients and potholes. Look at that. Lovely day though. Good girl, Tilly. Saturday afternoon, spring suddenly went from about 18 to 29 yesterday. It suddenly feels very warm. Though it's nowhere near as warm as it's going to get. Because I'm so used to living in the Highlands and cooler weather, it'll probably get too hot for me to ride here, you know, by January, February, unless I acclimatise better. Gunning Bland Creek. Yeah, and it's flowing actually. It never looks like it's flowing. I've never been down that road. I don't think there'd be much down there actually. Except another sheep station, you know. Now this old girl, oh look out my cow. I pulled the back wheel off the other day, took it over to Forbes and got a new tyre fitted. Bridgestone, I can't remember what it actually is at the moment, you know, multi-compound thing. I don't have a whole lot of hope that it will last very long, but if I get 10-12,000 Ks I suppose that'll be something. Probably a bit too much air in it at this moment. Also, what am I doing on this road? What a stupid idea. I also finally got around to going into a nuts and bolts shop sort of thing and getting some new nuts for the headers and some spring washers to stop that rear header pipe whistling. Seems to be working, but we'll see whether it, you know, whether it doesn't loosen up as well. A lot of these bin birds about, whatever they're called, some sort of ibis maybe, don't know. Chili's been pretty good. Now Michael O'Neill would say that she's a young dog of good taste, and he might be right, but she seems to be more comfortable on the Evo than on the BM. I thought it'd be the other way around. I wonder if I've got anything to let a bit of air out of this back tyre. Usually you'd be able to do it with an old Mac or something, or a key I suppose, and use a key. I won't do it though actually, because I want to see how much air is actually in it before I take some out. I'm guessing he probably put about 40 in it. You'll notice I haven't mentioned the BMW yet. That's because I've actually done nothing with it. Haven't had the chance, you know, just sort of... I've decided I'm probably going to have to ride this for the Farcan Rally. There's going to be too many issues with the BMW. All I can say is just as well it was cheap. So because of that, I've been sort of doing a bit of work with this, you know, the new tyre and stuff like that, but I'm also busy with the house, you know. It's taken years with my Kiwi Upsider. He's one of these blokes, he doesn't want to work for anybody else, and he's as slow as a wet week. Won't be told what to do, sort of thing. And it's like, well, I'd just sack him normally. Apart from the fact there's kind of no one else around. Just means everything's taking a lot longer. I still haven't finished the first bedroom yet, so that'll happen over the next couple of weeks or so. So I think I may have said that before. There's a cheeky big bull. Big bull fellow, isn't he, eh? Yeah. It's quite okay to ride this up to the Farcan. It's a you know, open to all kinds of bikes kind of rally. So all I have to do is decide whether to go up on the Friday and camp, and then come home Saturday, or whether to go up on the Friday and stay camp for 2 nights. You know, Keith's alright for 2 nights at home. Look at you galahs, silly galahs. Or just go up on Saturday, come home on Sunday sort of thing, you know. Must ask old Penny Kid. You know, which is the best night to camp. You know, if you can go on the Friday, because you get a better spot. That's the usual thing with rallies. Bollinger's Lane. I wonder if there's a whole lot of Bollingers up that road. Nice vintage Bollinger. Or the Bollinger, or whatever you call it. road will take us into Forbes, but we won't go that far. We might turn off and go down Noakes Road, have a look at Bedgerebong maybe. Look at you birds. I actually hit a duck the other day in the car, about 110 or 15 or something, and it smacked. Back in time, might give this old girl an oil change too, Sabo. Get up in there, hey? Stop there on the way back and see if we can get a photo, eh? Yeah. She's a good girl, that Tilly. Now this property up here is either a testament to the fact that farmers never throw anything out, or it's a depot of some sort. There's just stuff, you know, lying everywhere, all both sides of the road, you know. But some of the stuff looks like, well, when I've been past before, some of it looks like it's like bushfire brigade machinery and stuff. Well, there was. It seems to have gone. So who knows? Hey, so fuck me. see him. Too busy bloody carrying on. There's no mercy out here. Look at this. It's where they take their machinery, farm machinery, onto the roads. Not such a drama for the outfit, but could be a drama for solo bikes. Missed the turn off. Oh well, we'll come back there. Put the headlight on, eh? It is law, I believe. bridge up here. I'm very disappointed about that BMW, as you can imagine. However, got to live with it, I suppose. I mean, I've got enough, you know, spare parts and stuff, but you know, electricity is always a worry. I'm gonna have to go through the whole lot probably. I had a quick look in the sidecar, where whoever did the electricity ran wiring, you know, to the sidecar, you know, clearance lights and whatnot. It's a really dodgy job. I said, you know, no solder, no heat shrink. I'll have to do all that anyway. But the first thing I suppose I should do is take the tank off. Have a look, see if the frame's broken. This is this bridge I wanted to show you. Oh, there's actually a car coming the other way. First time I've ever encountered. This is what they call a Bailey Bridge, which is some kind of military modular prefab kind of thing. World War II vintage, I think. I don't think it'd be World War One, but that could be. Better look it up, I suppose. That's all we need to do. Just have a look at it. In there. Bloody hell. That just reminded me shockingly of that ride I went on to Roscoe's ride a few years ago where I broke the rear chain and got stuck overnight. And it was pissing down rain and freezing cold, and there was a storm as well. Anyway, as far as I know, there's a few of these around this area. I suspect they might have been part of the military infrastructure during the Second World War to because around this central west area, Parks, Narromine, Temora, there are air bases for air training, flying training, air crew training, that kind of stuff. And I'm guessing, as far as I know, the Bailey bridges are of British design and manufacturing, so they're not an American thing, as far as I know. So it would have all been part of the Commonwealth or Empire training scheme thing. getting air crew together, pilots, wireless operators, navigators, air gunners, etc., etc., flight engineers, to go up and fly over Europe and get shot at, you know, that sort of thing. And of course through the RWF here in the Pacific Theatre as well. And there's some interesting air museums around this whole sort of general area. There's one at Narromine, one at Parkes, one at Narandra, small thing, another one at Temora, it's a big one. 30 kilometres to Yarrabandi. It's interesting that that sign is an old milestone, and yet it's got kilometres on it. Interesting. Good girl. Good girl. Come along here when it's flooding. There are a lot of floodways. Well, I wouldn't get past Gunningblown Creek just near home. Wouldn't get past there for a start, I suppose. Speaking of farm machinery, he's got the whole road actually, hasn't he? I thought we might slip past him, but I don't think we're going to be able to. Whether I mentioned this on another video recently or not, but when I met my sister-in-law Gay up in Gundawindi the other week, she also had thrown in a set of fishtail headers and mufflers that fit this bike, you know. Apparently Tim and Sean and Gay hated them. They're apparently too loud and really snappy, you know. One of these days I might put them on, maybe, who knows, just to see what they sound like. But these old Screaming Eagles, you know, they sound alright, and they're well and truly loud enough. You don't hear half of, you know, half the sound of the bike. You know, via the GoPro stuff. That's for sure. I bet you this guy turns up where we're going to turn off. Bloody is too. interesting bit of machinery. God knows what it I have to go up into the dirt here. Sorry, man. Bedgerebong. I've had a look there. I don't think there's any actual, well, there's some infrastructure in Bedgerebong, but I don't think there's any, you know, like a shop or anything like that. That old run, you know, fallen down ruin of a shop just near my place there. That had a few people talk about that shop, you know, in the travels when they find out where I live and stuff, you know, they it was a bit of a highlight apparently, that shop, you know, but back in the old days travelling, you know, when things took a lot longer to get from here to there and all that, they'd stop in that at that shop, Getman's shop, and they get an ice cream, that sort of thing. That's one of those, like old people, like even older than me, sharing their childhood memories, you know. Up the road, you birds. A lot of crows around at the moment. There are always a lot of apostle birds. They're cheeky buggers. These look like, some of them look like they might have been currawongs. Used to see a lot of them up in Gyra, but not out here so far. There might be something else completely different. Well, not completely different, something else similar. Not a lot of twisties out here, are there? That's probably just as well, especially with that bloody BMW at the moment. I'm still half expecting to pull the tank up and find, you know, a break in the frame or something. Who knows? I actually sent a message to Woz the other day, or yesterday actually, about what he could remember about it, you know, whether he had ridden the bike, the outfit, before he put the leading link front end on it, and whether he'd ridden it before he'd put the rear wheel adapter on. It'd be interesting to know, you know, and what it was like. You know, I don't know, there's something about that front end just sort of slightly worries me. You know, whether it's the culprit for that sort of thing that it does. eagle-eyes, look out you birdos. Coming into Bedgerebong, I guess. Yes, we are. Oh, we missed the show. We've got some flowers going. Cocky. So it's a bit of a locality, as in like a live one, rather than Yarrabandi, which is only me. Well, there ought to be a phone reception then, you would think. Church and a war memorial. War memorial there. Stop here and give the dog a drink and have one myself. What do you reckon? Good girl. Hey, good pup.